Hi guys, as you know, Spider-Man for the PS4 was released not too long ago, and no doubt everyone's enjoying it. In this video, I wanted to go over the top 4 things I really like about this new game, and the top 4 things maybe I didn't like so much. These are just early impressions, so my mind might change, but the main purpose of this video is just to create some talking points about the game that everyone can discuss. Bear in mind that this is my first ever Spider-Man game that I've played, and I'm not exactly a big comic book or superhero fan, so some things I say may even be ignorant, just to let you know. So let's get stuck into it. Here are the top 4 things I love about Spider-Man's new game. Number 4, minigames. You know those 2 minigames in the lab near the start of the game? Yes, how fun are they? As you progress further in the game, more will be unlocked, and they become more and more difficult as you go. Not only are they fun to solve, but you receive in-game rewards too in the form of XP and research points. Another great point is that they're not intrusive at all. They're completely optional and you only do them when you decide to do them. You're not forced into them, except for at the start, obviously. I'm not sure if anyone else liked them, but I really love them. Number 3, speedy combat. A game with a super agile hero needs fast combat, and that's what this game gives you. Spider-Man isn't clunky like a lot of 3D action game heroes. So you'll be jumping about the place, throwing the bad guys around, flinging environmental objects at them, and more. While the combat isn't perfect, and I'll discuss why later, the combat suits the game pretty well. There's a good range of skills and abilities to use, and there'll probably be more for me to learn and love as the game progresses. Number 2, the humour. One of my favourite parts was the humour. Spider-Man is a wisecracking character who made me laugh plenty of times already, and I'm still early into the game. The way he playfully annoys his lady friend Yuri is hilarious. Whether he's narrating his own actions or creating the super cop persona for himself, listening to Yuri's verbal eye rolls were just as amusing. The humour also helps create a lighter mood for the game, as most open world games are more on the serious side, and this plays right into Marvel's more light-hearted tone like with their movies. Number 1, traversing around the city. Was it really going to be anything else? This is without a doubt what stands out most about Spider-Man. We've been able to ride horses, use grappling hooks, and glide our way through open worlds before in this gaming generation, but we've yet to swing around with such freedom and exhilaration. Because I haven't played any previous Spider-Man games, I don't know how this mechanic felt back then, but in this new game it feels amazing. The best part is that nothing really gets in your way. There's nothing to stall your momentum. Even if you swing into a building, Spider-Man will just continue to run up or across the building, ensuring you can continue to keep swinging as soon as you can. Even though it's a big city you're in, it doesn't take long to get to where you need to go, which is a bit of a relief as it usually would take ages in most games like this. I think even by the end of the game, I'm not going to get sick of this. And now onto the top 4 things that I didn't like about the game. Number 4, slow start to the story. The start of the game's story involving taking down Fisk was fine, but it's afterwards that the game takes a while to get you engaged in the story. It seems like more of a series of tutorial stages that feels like it drags on a bit. I know the obligatory tutorials are important, but if I'm to compare to a similar game, Batman Arkham Knight, the story starts at full throttle and doesn't slow down for a while, and that really pulled me in early and got me interested. I'm sure the story will pick up, but in these early stages of the game, it hasn't achieved the same feat. Number 3, the camera. The camera is not so much of an issue outside of combat, it's when you're in combat, it does get quite annoying. There's no lock-on, and the camera doesn't really pan out so you can see more. I've already had to fight with the camera a few times to find the next enemy in a fight, and taken some hits as a result of not seeing them. It doesn't ruin the combat entirely, but I wish it was just a bit more helpful, considering Spider-Man takes big damage at the start of the game. Number 2, Spidey senses in combat. Another combat-related issue, but I think this one is worse than the camera. During combat, when you're about to get hit, Spider-Man's senses are shown emanating from his head, indicating to you to dodge. But coming from his head is annoying because I don't see which enemy it is, and that's probably thanks to the camera as well. But I'd also like to know which enemy it is. I'm gonna reference Batman Arkham games again, because in those games, it shows which enemies are about to hit you and what kind of evasive action you need to take. When in combat here, I like watching my enemies, not Spider-Man. So when my focus is constantly shifting from the enemies to Spider-Man and then back to the enemies, it's very off-putting, especially in fast-paced combat. Number 1, tired old open world activities. Ugh. This made me groan the most when I saw it. I know it can be hard to innovate in a genre that's so popular and successful, but come on. More towers to unlock the map, more collectibles to find, more enemy bases to liberate. I've done it all before plenty of times. But because I'm still early in the game, maybe I'll be surprised with brand new activities I haven't done before. I'm still going to do everything anyway because it's fun to complete these kind of games, and the activities aren't all so bad, but I'd just like to see some originality and creativity, please. Anyway, that's my top 4 things that I liked and didn't like about Spider-Man on the PS4. Is there anything there that you agree with, disagree with, or is there anything that you would add to the list? Without spoilers, of course. Let us know in the comments and discuss them. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, share, or subscribe, and check out the links in the description below. Thanks for watching.